Hey friend, and welcome to your reading with me, Melissa. Joy, I tell you, the High Priestess is coming in. And why are these cards here? Because it was time to do a reading, and that's how I know. So first of all, I just want to take a second. We're going to clear the air, and we're going to call in the angels of purity, truth, and life. For that's why I look to bring you here in any message that comes forward, because it's showing us that obviously there is some difficulty in love relationships, maybe painful choices that have been forced upon you, because as you can see, you face down in a pool of your own blood when you should be standing upright in your glory. Does that sound like something that you've been seeking, crying about on your bed at night, praying out, seeking, working towards all of that? Well, the good news is we have help here. Okay, so the angel layering, we're basically looking to reestablish a connection with yourself. We come in with earthly parents, but in the end, we become our parents. We become our front and our back. Okay, and so we're bringing you into that energy of your authority, your power, and your permission to walk in your truth, right? That's why I say purity. It's not diluted in any way. There's no little secret or confuggery going on. But that's why we're going to dig out some secrets going on here and get some what? Some movement for you. Okay? Take a look at that card. You see, I put my runes onto cards so they don't click-clack while I'm working with them. But it says new dwelling, life progress, transition, shifts, change, sun, underlined, and reassurance that the sun is going to come out, not tomorrow, because that never exists, but right now, here, today. That's why I got color cards. Where are they? Coming in for you. Let's just kick it off with that. Let's welcome it in, because this card has returned. They're in here to shed some light on this situation for you, not just the one that you're in, the ongoing one. How to release you from the karma, the debt, the tricks, the trades, because as I was picking and selecting the decks, going through my cards, had this phenomenon of just kind of, even if it's a deck I'm not going to use a card, we'll just start doing this while I'm in my decks, trying to figure them out. And they were telling me that you've been cut off since birth. So we're here to restore your birthright. Ooh, I see you. Pink, let love in. Do we let love in? Yes, we do. And if you do, then stay with this video. If you don't, click off now, and maybe you'll find another one at the channel that is calling to your heart, okay? So let's take a look at this Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords. First, I want to get a little bit of a balance energy for that letting love in. I see Wood Nymph and Beauty. I'm seeing some hints of Jupiter coming and going, some blessings, some reattribution is what they're talking about, being able to see it with new eyes and not just based on your past experience. And that's not just P-A-S-T, it's P-A-S-S-E-D, when all the luck has passed you by of who you really are because you didn't recognize it. When you've been cut off since birth, how would you recognize it? And High Priestess is like, woo, woo, pull the horn on the semi-truck. I'm bringing in your wealth, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your abundance here so you can move forward in your life. We're going to open the scrolls. We're going to welcome in your authority. I'm going to set these here. So what went flying, it's actually going to sit with the let love in. Underneath that, we have maple spirit and generosity. Let life lavish its love on you. You have been dried, desolate, destroyed, beat down, challenged, harangued, taken this way and that, put in the tug of war, being forced to choose between people even though you don't choose between them. And then when you chose, it seemed like the wrong decision. So that created this downward spiral effect is what they're showing me. So, okay, they're wanting us to explore these separately. So we're just going to get on the potential right now. At this channel, the left side is our potential. The right side is our actual. So we're wanting to get a little buzz on this is what they're saying. There's a message coming in for you that what once was bad news and what once bit you, you are now the author of. You are now the master of and supreme of. And it doesn't mean you're going to do it to others. That's why you're the master. You've received the fullness of the teaching. Now you have the power, okay? It's kind of like being immune to something or like given immunity, but it took you going through something awful. And I must say, friend, I love you. Thank you. I would say I'm sorry for you, but I am not putting pity on you. I'm going to bring power to you, my friend. So let's see. Oh, he came out again. Thank you, King of Wands. And Justice. Oh, it's going to be so sweet, sweet as honey. Bells are ringing. It has been intense and it is obvious. Like there has been an intense testing of your mind and testing of your heart. And what the King is here to show me is they've become melded together. Not melted, melded, harmonized, synergized, that the two are one. So there's no reason to do the Two of Swords or the Two of Pentacles anymore. You can ask yourself when you feel torn between decisions, because that is what has happened. If you were torn from your birthright, then it's going to feel like everything tears you or separates you from yourself. Your decision making has been as such to be restored unto yourself and redeemed unto yourself. Well, that's already occurred here. That's why the trumpets have sounded. And so they're talking about that intensity that you have endured that have messed with your mind. When you go into those toggling moments or the tug of wars or the tossing of bat, ask yourself, how does this all work together? Show me how this all works together. And don't wait until you're in a frenzy or anxiety or stress in your chest or your mind is literally flickering through 1,000 radio stations at one time, trying to figure out which one's the one, okay? Stop. Let's do it now. Stop. Take a deep breath and blow it out of your mouth. Relax. When my older son was growing up, his preschool teacher told him, hey, be a star. Stop, take a deep breath, and relax. Okay, so when that starts to happen, that's what you do. You interrupt it, and you interrupt it with your authority and power to say, hey, there isn't going to be this struggle, this mayhem, this hullabaloo, this thing's tearing me apart. Because no, I'm about harmonizing and coming together, okay? There's a reason people used to touch or clasp their hands in prayer. Ooh, cute, straight up. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Because it's showing me it's providing you protection and provision for your mind, that what is coming in is connected fully to the higher power, and it gives you form. They're saying for your formula and your format, it gives you form. So therefore it gives you application, traction, and it puts the actual and the potential together so that they become one, no longer choosing. Life, heaven itself, energy, blessing, truth doesn't look to separate. It looks to unite and to unify and to make it clear in your mind, because once it's cut off, it'd be what? Dead. That's right. And they're looking to bring you to what? Life. And justice stretches out its wings on that. The neat thing about the bat is they have skinned wings, right? So you can see straight through them, just like you do if you're outside when it's sunny and you close your eyes, how if they're closed but open, do you get what I'm saying? They're cloaked, but they're open. You can see that glowing light through them, just like doing here. They're telling you to have your eyes wide shut. Okay. And that means there might be a veil for a moment, but that veil seems to be bringing in some equipping and some imagination. All right. So let's see what else we have going on with this. Let's get a little bit more. Now we're going to bring out the other half. Okay. Let's bring out the other half and see what we got going on here. So that's, what about the secret? What about the secret? It jumped for good reason. The dolphin is ready to do a flip, to celebrate, to do the acrobatics, to do what is necessary to get your attention, they're saying. And they're talking about your bright and shining star. Of course, your glory, what you are known for. No longer what you have experienced and what has been shown to you, but what you are known for. It's talking about a guiding light coming from within. It's like beep, 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 beep. It's beaming down to your head. And it's like, right, your GPS, your true self. If you're getting hot in here, I hope somebody's getting excited and not too stressed. Okay, friend? So with that, let's get another, and then we'll get our timing card. So, any secrets to bring forward about living joyfully in the present in order to restore this relationship to oneself, to be in the harmony and the balance so that all of life flourishes and thrives. Every relationship, every connection, every idea, it all has a source and a resource, okay? That's what Keter is here showing us that about the hands coming together because of our energy centers in there. And it says that that will bring forth your breath and your life, your peace and your comfort. Okay, so this is an amplification. This is what's going to connect us to maple spirit and generosity over here. Oh, of course, liberty, liberal. That means to be abundant, ample. Okay. Well, let's jump into this for a moment. If you're new here, okay, this is a tenet at the channel. And if you've been here, you're going to remember it. It's enough with enough. Okay, friend, you are plenty. And that's what it means about liberal, is whatever it takes, whatever is necessary. When you start thinking, oh, I hope that was enough, maybe I'll a little bit more, maybe I'll a little less, maybe I'll that's that finagly thing, that's that seesaw energy, that's that tug of war. They're saying no. When you feel the bing, the hum, the ah, the that's when you know. When it feels comfortable and your mind goes, huh, is that enough? Think, I stopped. That's plenty. That is plenty. It's like time to chew and swallow. You got some secret peace, not up your sleeve, but about to be in your hand. That's exciting. You're bringing forth those healing waters, the healing powers. Now with this, what's interesting, the King of Wands is under this High Priestess here, about the knowledge of your authority and power. This is the golden sun. This is the crown that Keter's bringing in the yeast side. Because see, that's where you were, being cut off from your guts, denying your visceral response, that when something makes you uncomfortable, you go, oh, well, let me self-help, let me grow as a person, let me push through this, let me adapt. So what we've done is we basically have flatlined ourselves. Each one of us came in as a unique expression, which when you watch an equalizer of music, it goes like this. If it's all one note, it's flatlined. So being able to push or press beyond your response in your gut and your belly, this visceral knowing, this connection to yourself, makes you disconnect from yourself. Well, that's simple, okay? Just so you know, I listened to these two. All right. Oh, she turned herself over. She's like, now you're in line to be divine. Oh, there's a secret back there about standing in your power. And it's like, why choose? Because when you have both, you actually have everything. It gives you the comfort and the peace to rest your head at night, knowing that you do not have to choose. Because this is like the potential and the actual, okay? We have our veins and we have our arteries, and they work together, and that's what creates that closed system. And that brings forth that portal under your feet, the connection of heaven and earth, the source and resource. It gives your love somewhere to go. Therefore, it gives you your love somewhere to grow. They're talking about reinvesting in yourself. Ancient society, ancient knowledge, ancient practice coming in here. So we're going to get a little timing on this. Ooh, who's swimming at the bottom? Full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. There's more of that potential and actual, because spirituality can be like that invisible, vague knowing, and the practicality is doing it. When your guts say, I don't like this, you say, okay, let's ease off. Is there anything you'd like to tell me? See what happens when we begin to get in dialogue and conversation with ourselves instead of bullying ourselves and parenting ourselves, you see? If we had just shown up as adults in this world, how would it be different? What would it be like if you had been unaltered? What would it be like if you become unaltered? What if you tear down all these altars, all these ideas, which are the idols that you serve, of thinking, life has to run this way, or it only does this, or life works when I do that, and such and so. What if you gave yourself a clean slate? Just as a point of reflection, just a thought. At the split, we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, kaboom, which is what we are waning out of right now. And be bold and make the first move. All right, be bold and make the first move it is. So what is that first move? Tell us about this generosity connecting us to love over here, to unlock and unleash our potential into our own world, that life force into our world. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. Things pushing you and provoking you to choose to try and get in and get your attention. They're saying, keep, there's the hands again, y'all. Connect to yourself. Focus on yourself. That is that inner focus. Okay. That's what Keter has going on here. Focus on yourself. Well, I'm going to leave it there because I've been going through vertigo and I'm about to end up in the floor if I don't. I hope this serves you well, friend. I love you. Comments, like, subscribe, share, whatever. It's your channel. Bye-bye.